Look, America attacked Iran just knocking down a helicopter.
Yeah.
What do you expect? What do you expect? Boker Tov, Chodesh Tov.
Chodesh Tov, Rabbi Prag, Chodesh Tov.
Yeah, you know, what should we expect for this month? The expectation should be no news.
Boker Tov, Hashem.
Boker Tov.
Somebody pointed out, just so you mentioned Rosh Chodesh, Rosh Hashanah is on Shabbat this year.
Everyone is afraid.
Rabbi, I have just a quick one. I got a new tefillin that I ordered. Is this Shafian one?
You have plenty of new clothes, right? So when you put, the day you put it, make sure you have a new shirt or a new pants, and then you say Shafiano, everyone is good.
Please. Take that one. I'll move this one. Take this one. Swing it. Good, thank you, Jeff. I'll put this one. What you zip in the door?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I got a lot of problems.
I got no problems. I woke up this morning.
Look a second at the question we started yesterday. Look at Siman Yud Dalet. Yud Dalet. Siman Yud Dalet.
No.
Who arranged for the tefillin for you, Mel?
Is that right?
Who wrote for you tefillin?
Rabbi Shitael, he's been writing for, it took me almost a year to get it from Rabbi Haber.
Very nice.
Rabbi, he's
How
something
much did you pay? 3,500 for? 5?
How much did you pay for it?
almost 3,000, maybe 3,000.
Oh, okay.
Is that a lot or
Seems like
It's a medium. No, it's a medium price.
prices went up? And especially they raised me. No, it was less. I used to pay 1,800.
They went up a
Price went
lot.
up a little.
Because the
And then
dollar
I
went
paid
up.
for gas
Oh.
also down.
The exchange rate is terrible.
No, the exchange rate, Rabbi, 24. We agreed last year 2,400.
I
We
paid for
agreed.
my grandson $3,000.
And I'm waiting.
You can
patiently
see mine
for almost
is
a year.
What is that, Tiffany?
Tiffany. I bought a little smaller size, 28.
Very good.
I never.
Now China's 250.
it's a mean China.
China 250.
ציצית שהשען אינו יהודי פסול, דכתיב דבר על בני ישראל. So if a Gentile was placing the strings in the hole of the tzitzit, פסול, דכתיב דבר על בני ישראל, look at the משנה ברורה, פירוש, שהטילן בבגד, פסול. Now remember, our discussion was, if the guy is weaving it, here is he's making it, because making of the tzitzit is when you place the when you place the strings.
You're making the hole, or you're putting the strings in the hole?
The tzitzit is placing the strings into the hole. The hole can make a monkey
You
or
can make
human
it
being.
just putting the strings in is the
This garment is a piece of garment the same as a tissue paper. The minute you have the right size and you put it in. So this is asa'an, means you put it in.
So Rabbi, is it make it when you put the last string in or all the strings?
You put the four together and you tie.
No. The corners. I'm saying you have four corners. When does it be before you?
Each one.
Each one has to
One
be the
was
shepherd?
done by a goy there.
Oh, that's my question. Even if one was done by
It's a
a goy.
garment. It's one mitzvah. Now he continues. Look a second. יכתיב דבר על בני ישראל. So this has nothing to do with yesterday's topic. If he's weaving it together. Okay, so Maran told us that if a Jew stands on top of him, he tells the good Lishma, it might be good. This is the Asiyah. The Asiyah, דבר על בני ישראל ועשו, סימן י"ד, סימן י"ד. והאישה כשרה לעשותם. This is a major מחלוקת.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Because the Bnei Israel you told me.
Because she's not chayav in the mitzvah.
It says the Bnei Israel.
Says the Rama, ויש מחמירים להצריך אנשים שיעשו אותם. The Rama says if a lady puts in the strings, it's not good. Yes? וטוב לעשות כן לכתחילה. Right. What's the logic? Look at the Mishnah ברורה, להצריך אנשים, ואפילו עומד על גבן לא מהני, הכתיב את בני ישראל ויעשו.
Oh, you think
משמע,
לא?
בני, ולא
בני.
בנות.
בני ולא בנות.
משמע גבי למעט ביניהם, when you say ביניהם,
I know Bnei Israel, but we always say Bnei Israel. That's means moms.
How do you know that you have sisters, Eli?
Yeah.
How do you know that your sisters are allowed to go to a funeral? Because it says דבר בני אהרון, בני ולא בנות אהרון, it's a פסוק מפורש.
I understand, but
Bnei
throughout the
ולא
Torah, we
בנות.
use Bnei Israel to include the entire
When
Am.
it comes,
no, we said
to
דבר
מצוות,
בני ישראל ותגד
לא דבר
לבית
בני ישראל.
יעקב is the
Isn't it a
ladies.
much better
It
argument?
continues,
Much better argument than
No, but we said דבר
Chayav,
בני ישראל
just like
ותגד
clean the
Says
camera.
says the משנה ברורה שיעשו אותו, דווקא again התלייה בבגד, hanging it, putting the 4 strings into the hole in the bed. אבל התביעה, weaving, והשזירה, as we spoke yesterday, מותר על ידי נשים. So this is באמת המחלוקת across the board. Because the Gemara really talks about it by tefillin. The question is, are we carrying it into other mitzvot or not? Okay.
Is that every part of the tefillin that she can't do from the leather, from cutting, from in every aspect of tefillin? They're not allowed.
Whatever is essential with the tefillin.
What's considered essential? What's the
Anyway, according to many Rishonim, a woman can tie it around the husband because this is the mitzvah of the husband. We're talking about that.
No, I'm making. That's what I mean.
From the
Making
tefillah,
the
making
tefillin.
the-
She made
tefillin.
it from tanning the leather.
Rabbi Prague, Rabbi Prague.
From everything.
Yes, yes.
Rabbi. And last week, if you're saying that we can't do it because it says Daber B'nai Israel, right? Then why is in last week's parsha when he talks about Chal, it says Daber El B'nai Israel also, and it so how come you don't say it there? The woman should be out, not have to do anything with Chala.
Yeah, he's repeating your question, but he's quoting a pasuk. It says, but by Chala, it says also Daber B'nai Israel v'amarta alehem v'achem al. The answer is the mitzvah is not on the gabra, the mitzvah is on the dough. Yes. The mitzvah is not on the one that does
Yeah.
it. Who is the mitzvah on?
So if a man makes bread, he has to put
The
halal.
mitzvah is when you have X amount of dough, challah has to be taken. Who should take it? Theoretically, even the child, but the child doesn't know what he's doing. The Bnei Israel is only saying when you are entering the land of Israel, right? Even before you conquer and divide, you have if the first dough that you make, you have to make it halal.
Okay.
Go now to Siman Yud Gimel, Sif Gimel. Go back one page. Listen to a big interesting question. Im noda lo b'Shabbat. Yesterday we spoke that the reason why we are permitted to walk on Shabbat with the Talet, even though the strings are not the beggar. It says 4 corner garment is obligated, right, to have tzitzit. Tzitzit becomes part of the garment. Im noda lo b'Shabbat, כשהוא בכרמלית. Carmelite, whatever it is, yes, but the main thing is that a place that carrying not outside along the parkway, not outside an Avenue T, outside on a dead end street where it's not wide enough and carrying there is only with the Rabbanan.
Rabbi, I have a question.
That's finished. שהציצית שעליו פסול, לא יסירנו מעליו. Why? The gadol kavod averiyot. In public to remove it, to take it off you is an embarrassment. Since the issue that you do, which is you're carrying the Shabbat in a place that you are not permitted, since the issue of carrying this particular area is only with the Rabbanan,
Kavod averiyot
overrides the Rabbanan.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so it's because you taught us before. What happens if he was wearing shatnez? Would he have to take it off on Shabbat?
Wait. Now the obvious question is.
But this sounds like the
obvious question
the
is.
tzitzit is on the inside.
The obvious question now is.
If it was on the outside, maybe he would have to take it off. No,
Yeah, the obvious-
Let's hear.
The obvious question is. Carrying is the Rabbanan, but having a 4 corner garment without tzitzit is Minat Torah. What are you telling me? There is a Isur de Rabbanan being pushed away, not to humiliate the owner. He's
He's already wearing it
wearing the
They
beggar
say
is
taking
a
it off, because that maybe becomes like sharpness.
Whatever you say is good, but let's see what the Rishonim are saying. Since we are short on time. So look a second. It says
Asur?
look at Tet. Mishnah Berurah Tet. ושהוא בכרמלי הוא מקום ששם אין איסור טמטום רק מדרבנן. ולכך אין צריך להסיר בכבוד הבריות דוחה איסור דרבנן. Now he's asking the question I'm asking you, which of course the Rishonim are asking. Whatever you have to say, hold for another 60 seconds, not 90. האב אגב בציצית, מצוות עשה דאורייתא, ודאורייתא לא בחינן, זה כבוד הבריות. בכל מקום שרי, please listen carefully how you learn חומש. ולא אמרה תורה, לא תלבוש בגד ולא ציצית. The Torah never said, don't wear a full corner garment without ציצית, רק מצוות עשה להטיל בו ציצית. דבר בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ואסור להם ציצית. Remember, the command is a positive command. מכיוון, listen to only the ראשונים can say, מכיוון שאין יכול להטיל בו ציצית בשבת, on Shabbat to make a double knot is like opening the light of cooking on Shabbat, אינו עובר מצוות עשה, ואין עליו רק אין עליו רק איסור דרבנן. Therefore, הוא לקח את האיסור דרבנן to wear or to carry לכרמלי.
Oh, just the carrying, not the cover.
ולקח הותר מפני כבוד הבריות, ואין צריך לפשוט אתה לא. זה חידוש נפלא. Since the way the mitzvah is written is in a positive command, and this command cannot be done. Now, on Shabbat morning, the mezuzah fell off the door. Can you enter the room or not? The same question. What is the mitzvah by mezuzah? Uchtavtam al mezuzot betet. There's no issue in the Torah to be in a house without the mezuzah. There's a positive command, right, or purchase a mezuzah and put it.
So you're not fulfilling your aseh.
Says the B'tchei Tshuva Yored Ha'al, if the mezuzot fell off on Shabbat, you can still live in the house for the exact same reason. Again, what is it? Since the mitzvah cannot be fulfilled on Shabbat, the same way he's telling me that I'm allowed to wear a full corner garment without sin, so is mezuzah.
Is there an intrinsic law in the mitzvah? In other words,
It's chidush. I understand what you're trying to say. Is it's called lav haba bichlal aseh. Very often you say lav haba bichlal aseh.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
Right. He's saying it's not.
Right.
Rabbi Prague?
Now listen to an interesting.
If Rabbi Prague, let's say, I'll use you as an example. If you're in a Karmelit on Shabbat and you see an Aveda, are you allowed to pick up that Aveda?
The answer is no. Why no? Because what is the mitzvah? The mitzvah is don't make believe you don't see. But if I'm not allowed to pick it up, I mean, the question should really be, am I obligated to stand there for 6 hours now till it gets dark and then pick it up? Remember, if you want to help me, yes, you want to help me maternity, you cannot carry it on Shabbat, stay there. I'm telling you, you understand? The mitzvah is a mitzvah to carry it now. The mitzvah is make sure that the owner gets it. How? You can stand.
Wait.
תשמע דבר מעניין. תקשיב טוב עכשיו. there's a מצווה מן התורה to cover the blood of a chicken or a deer. Not a lamb, not behemoth. Fine. The halacha is you are not permitted to slaughter unless you have the soil, the dust ready. Says Shulchan Aruch Hilchot Shechita v'Yoreh De'ah, that on Yom Tov, it is, on Yom Tov,
You're
you are
allowed to share.
permitted to slaughter. If you didn't prepare before the soil, you're not allowed to slaughter. You're not allowed to slaughter. Come all the great Achonim and ask why. The Torah never said don't slaughter unless you have soil. The Torah says cover the blood. Since I cannot on Yom Tov, why? Because you cannot dig on Yom Tov. Why don't you say if you hear good?
Rabbi, if the guy wouldn't have food to eat, then he would be allowed. That's a bit of banana already, what they said don't slaughter. It's not the Oraita.
Everywhere I'm saying the Chafira on Yom Tov is we're talking about the Yom Tov, not Shabbat. So this question is the question of the Gilayon Marsham and all the Achonim. Think for a minute, what is the difference between the two? Here, again, by Tzitzit and by Mezuzah, since the Torah says, make the Tzitzit, write the Mezuzah, and Shabbat I cannot write, Patur. Patur means there's no issue. Remember, not Patur.
Right, no, it's
No
not.
issue. Why don't I say the same? I have to slaughter that, right? The Torah never said don't slaughter unless you have the soil. The Torah says cover the blood. There's no mitzvah of covering the blood by digging on Shabbat because it's Shabbat Yom Tov. The Kushach is a kamod.
You know, but what we compare to that is Milah. We say you have to prepare everything before the Milah, right? So let's say a guy didn't prepare the knife. So now it's Shabbat. It's a pot, you have to do the Milah. So, of course, if you have a goy, you rely on a goy. But so do we rely on a
Wait, isn't that about Makshirim? Aren't some of the Makshirim?
We wouldn't rely on that. We would jump the
If the
Milah.
Moher forgot to take the knife before Shabbat, there's no Brit Milah at that Shabbat.
They would let a goy bring it.
Okay, if there's goy, but
Yeah.
goy,
So if there's no goy, we would not. We wouldn't rely on that opinion.
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah, you become-
What do you mean that? Is an opinion in Tanakh?
Go make
It says it in the Rambam straight.
Have a knife. You just forgot to bring it. You carry it.
The halacha is not like Rabbi
No, I think
Eliezer.
maybe, but I'm using it on the smoch. I mean, there's an opinion that it's mudar.
I said, go make a knife, create a fire, go get the
All
thing.
the examples you gave
Make
in
the
the
knife.
Oraita is Kisui
Physically
Adav
make a knife.
Kisui Adav is the Oraita. Did you ever do mitzvah Kisui Adav?
Rabbi Prague,
When I built my house, I brought a shohet. He cut the chicken, so we did
No,
kisui.
father, this is your custom to do it.
No, I don't know. One rabbi was here. He said, "I said, okay, do
When
it."
they did the shkita in the back here, they
Rabbi Prague.
They
Yeah.
prepared the
You know,
ground
Rabbi was-
and they poured
Yeah.
dirt, yes.
It was very interesting when he did it. I didn't brick yet. He said you have to do it before you brick. Lo yodei lama. He brought a shohet.
He
Never
meant
heard
it had to be serious.
Before you break, was it
Chicken,
chicken,
like, what did
Chicken.
what did you
Two
do
chicken.
last week?
a lamb, and then a chicken.
I saw she
Remember, the Kisui Adav is only the chicken and the lamb.
Rabbi Prague.
Yeah, if you cover the
It
lamb,
was a lamb, I think it was a lamb.
No, the Lebanese.
you
The
don't
Lebanese
cover
do a
it.
Yeah,
lamb.
he did it.
no Kisui Adav by a lamb, Kisui Adav is only by a chicken.
Rabbi Prague.
Did a kisui down.
Why don't you employ the same logic you did before? Is Kisui Hadam, is there a time frame? Why can't you wait till after Yontif and do Kisui?
He's right. So the Katchila, you should really do it right after the Katchila. It's not a separate mitzvah. Kisui Adam is a completion of the Shechita. It's a completion of the
But
Shechita.
is there a bracha? No, for
Oh,
Kisui.
of course there is a bracha.
Okay, so how could it be
You do
two
it, if
things?
you do it 2 hours later. If you do it 2 hours later, it's also fine.
Wait, did he?
So why don't you wait till after Yontif?
Kisui down till he saw that everything was good. You know, that it was not a.
Eli is saying that last week here,
Last week?
The rabbi that was here.
There was one bracha, he waited to make sure the
Eli,
animal was good.
Eli the answer.
Well, Larry, if that's since they're not completing the shechita, then you can't eat it on Yom Tov. So now you did shechita Yom Tov.
Are you allowed to eat it on Yom Tov before Kisui Adam, Jeffrey?
If he's saying it's not the completion of the shechita, how can you eat it?
Why are there two separate brachas then?
Why do you say tu tefillah and tefillin?
What do you say? Jeffrey, what do you say?
I telling Larry that if you don't do Kisui Adam till after the holiday, then you shochet, you
Not
didn't
after
finish
the-
your shechita.
Saying wait till the Motzai hour, it's 6 hours.
Right, but what I'm saying is if you're saying that there's no complete shechita without the Kisui Adam,
Okay,
then you didn't complete the
this way.
shechita,
This
and you
is
didn't, you
what
can't eat it on Yom Tov, and if you can't eat it on Yom Tov, you did shechita,
Well,
but not for Yom Tov.
On a regular day, could you eat that meat before you said Kisui Hadam?
It's a good question. It doesn't make the meat asur b'chlal.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay, so,
Doesn't make the meat
That's a big
asur,
difference.
but you shouldn't. The right way to do it is.
Rabbi, if they wait too long, doesn't the blood coagulate? Is it no longer
Okay,
blood?
so
That's
this is part of the question now.
So it's interesting, basically what we're saying
Not only
here,
that, this is the this. If you slaughter the chicken, and somehow a storm came and covered it,
Oh,
there's no more blood.
Yeah.
Then later it gets uncovered, obligated with the bracha to cover it now.
no.
It's a ban on the gavra and the person to make
Is
it,
it what they
not
do when
for the blood to be
What do they do when
covered.
they slaughter the chickens on the European Ocean Parkway? Is that, isn't that correct? They
They're
do,
close
they
to dirt
Normally
on
the
it.
way
Rabbi Prague, does Kisui Hadam have to be done with dirt?
what?
Does
Yeah,
Kisui Hadam have to be done with dirt?
that's so is also good.
So that's
And you can't use a hose. You can't use a hose.
Let's say in Pennsylvania, in the big, they have sacks and sacks of sawdust, and they at the end of the day they cover it. It's a Gemara.
So Robert, the difference here, so this, he's saying,
Shak,
to where it's
Shialam
received,
Danit, you know,
to where it's received is a mitzvah aseh.
Yeah.
To wear sha'adnez is a lot aseh.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing sha'adnez, you have to take it off on Shabbat because you're over on the lot aseh. So he's saying here, since it's a mitzvah aseh and you're not really violating, you're just not fulfilling. Is that, I just want to understand, is that basically what he's saying?
Okay.
No, so, but we never understood it like, if the Rish, like he said, if the Rishonim didn't say this, we wouldn't say this.
But why doesn't the Torah use the words levishat tzitzit? Why is it asiyat tzitzit? It would be so much better if they said
Because we just learned the mitzvah is to place the
He's not
strings
over
in the garment.
He just didn't get a
And you
mitzvah
saw
aseh,
that the woman
right?
and a goy is pasul.
Okay.
A woman we saw a
There's
machlok.
no lot aseh.
The rest, making the double knot is not such a problem. The mitzvah is asiyah.
What are you over on? You're not making any
Asiyah.
mitzvah aseh. Rabbi,
No,
tefillin
you're
is not a lot aseh. If a person doesn't wear tefillin,
But yes,
he's not
that's
over
it.
on a lot aseh.
It's mevatel aseh.
That's it.
It's mevatel aseh.
You have to come in with the
We don't need to.
Look at
So
Shevin.
this guy, time out. That's what. Thank you. So this guy who's wearing on Shabbat a four-beged garment at the end. At the end of the day, he's wearing it. Okay, he's mevatel aseh, and the Rishonim are telling you.
Says the Mordechai that on
Yes, but you
Shabbat
have
you
to.
are not mevatel.
But he is. What do you mean he's not?
It says because the Torah never told you to
Don't
put
wear one.
tefillin.
You just.
But it told me when you're wearing a four-cornered garment to put it.
When you are
So now he's wearing it. He's wearing it. He's in the street with a four-beged garment.
What about if it's in his house? Do you have to, if you have a four-beged garment in your house, do you have to?
He's stuck already. I don't understand this halacha.
Again,
Become like the tefillin.
again. By tefillin, if you have you don't have an opportunity to put tefillin today, you will not mevatel any mitzvah. The same as one that didn't listen to Parshat Zachor and they didn't listen to Shofar.
Right.
Should you listen to Shofar? Yes.
Right.
You couldn't make it. You didn't.
Fine. But he didn't. He wasn't over on a lot aseh.
Yeah, right.
But he was mevatel aseh.
It's not mevatel aseh because right now it's
So again, so a guy who doesn't wear tefillin, he's not mevatel aseh.
Sure. What's your problem? Carrying on Shabbat?
if he had an opportunity to do
I
it.
help you. Yeah, but then you're helping me. You don't agree with this halacha. Because this guy right now is wearing a four-cornered garment. And wearing a four-cornered garment without tzitzit is the same as mevatel the tefillin.
Maybe tomorrow we'll continue. Maybe that's too one. No, not because I'm running.
I'm going to be here tomorrow. Don't
Make
worry.
sure
No,
don't
the whole week. My hapuda's not
We're blessed with this presence.
When is your
No, to my question. At the end of the day, this guy's wearing it.
Jimmy, whenever you're going to deal, that's the day we'll do the halacha.
Rabbi, why is the halacha different on Kisur Adam? Why does it exclude Behemoth? Any reason?
He said deer.